Hello, very warm welcome everyone. It's Marta. Welcome back. My friends, if you already seen the title of this video, you know we're gonna be making flowers. But I just want to show you, look at these beautiful, pretty, amazing flowers. And I am finding hard to believe that these were actually, I've made them with the kitchen towel. Well, I'm believing because I've made them, but you know what I mean? Like, this is just such a cheap, inexpensive material you can use in your crafting, and with the help, with the fraction, I only use like 3 pieces of the kitchen towel, I was able to create those. So I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, if you like my creation, please click a like, click a share button, let your friends know, maybe they would like to learn how to create those flowers as well. Now my friends, nothing fancy, we don't need any difficult tools or skills, anything like that. All you really need is some flower dye. They don't have to be full. This is just an example. You can choose whatever dyes you have. They could be open, 5 petals, 6 petals, whatever. This is entirely up to you. I've just chose this one because I thought they were looking nice. Now what we are doing, we are starting from taking the kitchen towel, and I took 3 layers. This is just a regular cheap kitchen towel. Every supermarket, every store, you can buy those. So I am folding it 3 layers. You could try 4, but for me I think 3 is okay. It's right enough. And I'm gonna be die cutting it. So I'm placing my 3 layers together and I'm placing my dice. Now I do think personally that the better will be the dice which are full in it, in order to the open one. Let me just grab some open ones so I could show you the example of the difference in between them. 2 seconds, my friends. Oh, here we are. So for example, these are what I meant by the open one, so there's nothing there inside. Or like that, and then there's a closed one when you have the whole metal inside. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Like, here's the closed one as well. To be fair, you can cut your flowers with whatever dice you have. However, the full dice, the one which has the full metal inside, they will kind of press the layers together, so your 3 layers will become one. So that's why I'm saying, if you have those like a full one, they'll be slightly better to use. But try, experiment, it doesn't matter. Whatever you have, use whatever you have and see what's the result you'll be able to achieve. Now I'm putting it through my die cutting machine, and I'm gonna need a piece of the foil or something. I'm gonna use this packaging, doesn't really matter. I need some piece to put the water on, and I didn't prepare that. I was so excited that I didn't make a proper preparation. Now I've got 3 sizes here. It doesn't matter, it could be 1 sizes, 2 sizes. You need 1 size per flower, so there's no mixing, like at least the flowers I will show you. I've got a couple more. I've went ahead, I didn't want to waste your time for me cutting all these layers, so I have them here. And 3 different sizes, 3 different sizes of flowers I will make out of it. But you can mix and match as well if you like. Now, what else we need? I need a paintbrush, and I need some water and something to color my flowers. Let me see. I'm gonna be using the Distress Oxide sprays, but you don't need to have the spray. All you really need is some coloring medium. That could be ink pad, that could be basically anything, or watercolor paper. It doesn't have to be shiny. I have this very old set, and maybe I'll try to use that one as well, just to show you that you do not really need expensive supplies in order to create those. Now a last thing I'm gonna be needing is some stamens. Like, this is this flower inside portions, and these are coming in different sizes, different colors, different, and they're very inexpensive. Have a look on the online, like eBay or something, on the auction. You can buy lots of those. I like this one. Maybe the yellow one will look nice as well with the with the blue color flowers. I've got the yellow and more, I don't know. Well, we'll see. I keep them on hand. Never know. So we can change our mind later. Now, we need a water, but I'm going to be using, oh, I've got the block, or you can paint it on a block. That will be easier as well to clean up. So I'm spraying a little bit of the water, and then I'm going to need a little bit of the paint. I'm not sure how this, oh, it's very shiny. I should probably add a little bit water here. And now I actually had totally different idea for today's video. I'm gonna be telling you this, my friend, because I was planning to create the fancy card, but there's no way of creating fancy card before you actually do some preparation, and flowers is one of the elements which I like to do. I'm gonna add a little bit of the sprays as well here, just so I could have some extra colors for my petals. This one is almost done. Well, and I didn't spray it all, unfortunately. I had a little accident when I was opening it using some spray, and then I left it how to say, not closed properly, and I kick it on the floor. So oh, that was a mess. That was a true mess, my friends. Now, did I shake that one just to make sure it's all there? And now a little bit, oh, I like this blue one. Do you know what, I think I like this tumble glass the most. It seems like my favorite, but it doesn't matter. Any coloring medium will be looking good. Now you need a little bit of the water, and what I would recommend you is to not put your brush into the glass of water or something, because your brush will hold a lot of the moisture that way. It is better to keep it like water aside, like I'm doing here, and then just gently touch each of the petal. I am gently touching, not adding ton of water, just teeny tiny bit. And once the petal is still wet, let me just mix these two together. I quite like it. So I don't know, that's the experiment, what color we come up with. And very, very gently, once your petals are still wet, I am just going over the edge, just teeny tiny bit, touching the wet paint to the edge of my flowers. And then I could do a little bit on the inside, just so I could add some extra color to my flower. And just like that, I'm leaving it. First dab of water at the end of each petal. And these are super quick, actually. They don't need a lot of skills. They don't need anything, you know, you don't need to be a skilled painter, or you know, just to have a lot of a knowledge to work with paints, with coloring mediums. That's fine. It's just very, very simple, and everyone can do it. And what is important, you don't really need an expensive supply. There's no fancy paper, there's no, like, you know, obviously you need a die cutting machine if you want to cut those with the help of the dies. But if you don't have die cutting machine, just try to do it offhand. Like, try to cut a few flowers. But the only one trouble is that I'm not sure if you can see that. I just want to show you the kitchen towel. Let me just grab one piece. The kitchen towel is very texturized, so by having this metal die, it's kind of, oh, you can see it even better here. The metal die has actually like flattened it up and melt 3 layers together. So that's why I'm saying that this one with the full image, they will compress your paper, and that will be working a little bit better. Now a little bit more blue, just a little bit. I'm kind of, oh, this one is way darker than I thought, but it's fine. In the nature, nothing is the same. Like, sometimes the petals, they have like a different shades here and there, and that's fine too. Like, that is absolutely fine as well. Maybe I'm just gonna add a little bit here as well, so I could have the same reference. You know, once I'm gonna be making the flower head, I will have the same kind of a pattern. So I'm using the mixture, both of them, and then voila. Very simple, very easy, very quick to do as well, and you don't have to be very precise. As you can hear, I'm just like boom boom, just adding the water and then very, very gently going over the edge, just till the edge. I am just adding the color to the edge and let the moisture do the job. The moisture itself will distribute the color beautifully, so you don't have to worry about it. And again, this one, a little bit of that color, a little bit of that color, and I like the shine of that one. Oh wow, I really like the shininess of this paint. So let me just add a little bit more of the shiny paint, because I think it's just looking cool. It is looking cool. And once we finish those flowers, I will invite you to create another fancy card along with me. Not today, of course. Today is flower making day. Well, I don't have the schedule day. One thing I need to tell you, my friends, I am a little bit disorganized. I mean, I am everywhere and nowhere. I do tons of things. I am starting tons of different ideas, and my head is kind of over producing ideas, I would say. Like, many occasions, my problem is that it's not that I don't have idea what to do, is that I have too many ideas, and I'm getting in this I'm getting stuck in this thinking, zone where I have 10 ideas for the card or a project. Oh, I squished that one. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Petals get squished all the time in nature. So my problem is I have too many ideas and I cannot decide what to do. But hopefully, many occasions, you prove that, my friends, that you're giving me a good advices on what to do, what to create. Like, I'm asking you whether you would like to see this or that, and everyone are so handy helping me with my little I don't know. I'm just having too many ideas, but I just love creating, and all the time I'm just like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. Anyway, I'm adding tap of the water, just very gently, and you're actually getting a little bit into the speed. Once you do it once or twice, you can then even work on 2 petals at the same time. It's all important you get them wet at the ends, and then coloring starts when you put the little piece of the blue, and I'm changing them a little bit of that one, a little bit of that one here, and a little bit in the center. Why not? So the center is painted here as well, and if it's not distributing, it's mean that you didn't put enough water. Okay, and this one just like that. Oh, I forgot about the third color. Something like that. And here, there, very roughly. Don't be too much overthinking. This is a great exercise as well for the crafty friends who like to overthink things. Here, flower making process is very easy. It's very loose. Most of the things in nature, there are imperfect. They are so pretty because each flower, each petal, even like leaves on a tree, there is like million of leaves on one tree, like, maybe not million, but 100,000 or something leaves on one tree, and each one of them is slightly different. If you pick up the branch, if you have a closer look, you will see that there is a little differences in between the leaves and petals and everything. So that's why I love making the flowers, because they are individually, like, each one of them is super pretty. And even if they have some, like, one petal is shorter or is like, twisted in different direction or something, this is what it makes it so beautiful and pretty. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit more of this color because I water it too much. Tumble glass, it's called. It's very nice pale blue, and this will be great for like a baby set. I don't know, I think it was a while since I've created any baby card, so maybe let's do some like a fancy card for a baby, like that will be like a newborn baby, or like a some special occasion like christening or something. So or maybe first birthday. Yeah, I'm making blue flowers, so we're gonna be making a baby card next time. Oh, I had a dash of pink here, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes petals, they have this a little bit discoloration as well, so that's fine. And again, I am touching the end of the petals very roughly, very gently, and I'm letting the color to do the job for me and distribute. And if it's not flowing as I would like, I'm adding a little bit of the extra moisture there. And here we go. So we've got middle size, and maybe just create the quick batch of the large one. I hope it's not too much time, but many of you, my friends, saying that you're enjoying my chatter, so it's so nice for me to hear that you like when we have that little chit chat. I'm having a little chit chat, so hopefully that'll be interesting. Oh, here's my son. He's exciting. He's watching a little cartoon now in the morning. We're just waiting for the sun to come around to the side of our house, like behind the house, so we could enjoy sunshine in the pool. I don't have like a proper pool, just so it sounds like, no, I don't have the pool. We just have this inflated pool, little one for our son, but I'm keep saying for him that wait till it gets like a properly warm, the water gets a little bit heat up, so he could jump in there and play. And it's nice, especially on a hot day, like it's nice to get a little bit, you know, cool down in the water. Now, how is your summer? Let me know. Like, if you're watching up till this point, let me something like, how do you like to spend your summer? Are you sitting in a garden? Are you going for a walk, or like, you know, spending time on a beach? If you live close to the sea. When I was living in Scotland, we were basically going to the beach almost every day. Well, I would lie if I would say every day, but most of the, like 3 or 4 times in a week, we were ending up on the beach. We had like a beautiful Reese beach not far away from the place where we were living, just like, you know, 2 miles away, maybe 3 miles outside the town, and that was beautiful. I just love it. My son loved it, and we quite often, we were the only one people on the beach many occasions, or maybe there was like another couple, or someone like take the dog, you know, just to run on the beach. But many occasion we were the only one taking, like, you know, taking the blanket and having this little like a picnic on the beach. I quite like it. I love spending time outside. I think there's something calming in the nature, you know, when you get a little bit sunshine, fresh air, you just feel more relaxed. So going outside is just something I really, really like. I like to go to the woods as well, like have this being surrounded by trees, and, you know, all this like birds are singing in the wood. That's really nice. This is what I love as well. So let me know what's your favorite activities to do over the summer, or maybe winter time, because there's lots of friends here from Australia as well. So I'm saying hi, I'm sending you warm hugs, because I believe you are now in the middle of the, well, I don't believe, like I know, although I never been in Australia, but I know there's like a wintry time. There's this Christmas in July season. So let me know as well. Are you putting up your Christmas tree in July when you have the snow and all of that, you know, wintry sceneries? Let me know. Oh no, a little bit more of that one. Well, just either way. And I'm gonna clean my brush first. Water goes first a little bit, and I'll be almost done. I just need to color this last petal and I'll be done. Oh, my son is calling dad because he's in the garden. I love gardening. I absolutely had no idea I love it so much. Like, now we have our own veggies, like not too much. I'm not like, you know, off-grid self-sufficient. No, but I have some sunflowers, tomatoes, cucumbers, beetroots. Oh wow, it's amazing. This is such a, and all these like lettuces, cabbages, I'm unfortunately unsuccessful with growing cauliflowers. We had a few cauliflowers coming, but there was some birds. They came in and they eat it all. I'm not mad, obviously. Like, you know, I just feel like, oh no, please just leave me one. But they didn't survive. So, you know, those things happen. It's nature. Before we built the house here, there was nothing there, so the animals had its own place, and now I do feel like I need to share with them. Okay, I'm taking the heat tool and I'm just gonna quickly blow hot air on my flowers just so I could dry them up, and I'll show you the shaping process is super easy. I guarantee to you, you're gonna love it. Now, very easy, very simple. They're very thin, so hold some paintbrush or something so they're not gonna be running away like this little body here. And you don't really need a lot, like just teeny tiny bit of air so they dry, so they're not gonna get broken, because if they're gonna be wet you can easily tear them when you're gonna be shaping them. Let me know, by the way, my friends, if you're hearing me well while I'm drying, so I'll know for the next time, because if the heat tool is too loud, maybe I could edit out this portion. But I just want to show you, like, it doesn't really take a lot of time and a lot of different steps, you know, just a little bit coloring, drying, you know, all this. It's nothing really complicated. Now, how is this one go? Fine. Okay. Watch yourself so you're not gonna be burning your fingers. And I think that's it. Okay, now this one, I don't like this splotch here of the color, like it didn't go well. So let me just try to kind of, you know, just wash it a little bit, and that's fine. It's not gonna be as harsh blob. And then again, I'm gonna dry it. Oh, it's still darker, but it doesn't matter, you know. Okay, make sure they're really nice and dry, all of them. And voila. Now what I'm gonna do, I will separate them at this stage because they are lying flat, so it's easy to say which size. Obviously it's hard to mix these two, but the middle one, once you curl up them all, it's better to have them separated, because if you put the different sizes, they could have different height on the petal, and I don't think it will be, well, it's nothing wrong, you can try it, but I think it's look better if you have all the flowers the same height, like all the petals. Okay, now I'm starting from the smallest one. Make sure you've got like a more color sides, less colored. So I like this one to be up front. And now here's what I'm doing. I am taking my little tool, which is like this little ball, and I'm pressing at the end and towards the center. So at the end of the petal, and I am just gathering towards the inside, and I just leave it like that, and then just press in the center. Very simple, very easy. It doesn't take much time. You just go one by one. And I think that for this towel, I think those like a more petal flower design like this one, how many it has? 8 petals. I think it's look quite nice, but we can try with different sizes as well. Obviously, whatever flower dye you have, you should give it a go and try. And sometimes when you're gonna be curling up your petals, your layers will start coming off. That's fine. Don't worry. I'm not separating them because I think they're looking nicer when they're like that, but if they start coming off, that is fine too. Now, middle section, look about that. Like, we just spent a couple minutes. How much time? I don't even know, because my camera is now much higher. 25 minutes, not bad, not bad. So 25 minutes, we colored the flowers. It would be probably quicker if I would not be, you know, doing all the talk, and I would just, you know, work on the flower itself. That would be quicker. But even though 1 hour for making flowers, this is always like something I consider, okay, it's worth it, especially, you know, especially that we are creating those beautiful fancy flowers, and these will be great on the card and on the different, like, you know, home decor project, or like layouts, like, you know, this scrapbooking pages, like elements, or even like if you do explosion box and then you have this bunch of the beautiful bouquet in the center of the box. That will be amazing. And what I am most excited about is that this is the kitchen towel, 3 pieces of the kitchen towel, and this is a great replacement for the expensive flower shaping, you know, paper or the foam, like forming foam. These are expensive, so you know, this is way cheaper and beginner friendly as well, because if you've got the access to the cutting machine, and you're basically good to go. And these tools, something like that, those tools, they are also very inexpensive. You can buy them on Amazon or something, like, you know, just look for the flower shaping tool, and these are just really good. Now there is do I have it here? I do not think so, but if I'll find it, maybe another time on the video, I will, on another flower video, I will show you. I've bought the plastic one. There was the metal one and the plastic one for shaking this, like a sugar fount, like, you know, for the cake decoration. And I'm not super happy with the plasticky one. So just to save you money, like, if you've got the choice between the metal and the plastic one had this like a melting point across the bowl, like it was this teeny tiny bit line, and it was just hatching on the paper and foam. So I didn't like that one. Now, which one center? Blue, this one, or the yellow one? Oh, decision. Oh, I'm gonna do the mixture. So I'm gonna do a couple of those and couple of those, and that will be my you know, one of a kind flower combination. Now I need to open that a little bit because I squeeze it too hard, but I like to keep them kind of squeezed, because otherwise they are end up everywhere. And these flower stamens, they are also very inexpensive. So I'm taking a bunch of the yellow, and then maybe add a few of the lighter one, just so it's not gonna be as bright yellow. I'm not even counting that. If you're asking me how many it's there, I don't know. Well, maybe I'll just tell you, because sometimes I know some friends, they like to have the information. So I have 4, 5 of the darker one and 5 of the lighter one. 10 right on the spot. 10 of these, but it doesn't matter. All you really need is just a combination. I think the lighter one has slightly turned down the very large this you know, yellow tone. Now I'm taking a florist wire. This is a very plasticky wire, and then I'm threading it through, and I am kind of squishing it in the center. So I have this like a needle here. Let me just chop that one a little bit, because that's too long. And now here's what I'm gonna do. I will take my piece like a needle, and I am threading it through the center. If you don't have the center, you can use pokey tool to create the hole, not too large. And now I am going up till the end, and I'm squeezing these pieces here, and I'm very gently trying to go through the hole. As you can see, I am just pressing a little bit from this side, a little bit from that side, until I reach the point there come off. Like, I don't know if my camera is seeing really well, but something like that. Now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm keeping it like that. I'm adding a little bit of the glue on this side and a little bit glue on that side, so you will go and I am gently twisting it. So I'll give a chance to all of them get covered in a glue, and then I am just kind of forming my flower just like that. Don't worry, the first layer, it's not gonna be looking super pretty because we have 8 petals here, so they all need to squish somehow. Some of them, they will try to, you know, turn other way around, but it's absolutely fine. So here's what you can do. You can push those two, and then third one at the end, add a teeny tiny bit of the glue towards the base, and then just cover it from the top and gently squish just like that, and you have this problem done. And then again, this one folded, this one's coming off, add a little bit of the glue on the bottom, and then kind of push it, so you will form this little like a flower bud. And that's fine, it's fine, because once we add another layer, it will be looking great. Even if it's a little bit uneven, you have this uneven spread, that is absolutely fine, don't worry about it. Kind of squish over here, make sure that the all petals are glue, and then we are threading through another layer. And again, I am going to the top and gently, like you would put a t-shirt over the child head, a little bit one side, a little bit another one, until you actually, you know, put it through. Don't push too hard, because you don't want to create the large hole here. You don't want to, you know, what am I saying? You do not want to break this. Okay, and once I'm happy, once I'm kind of a little bit away, like, you know, 5 millimeters away, I'm just putting it down just like that, so I could have a room, and I'm adding a little bit of the glue all around. And then, like umbrella, I am pushing it up, so it will go all the way up, and then I am forming it. And now my flowers are sticking too much, then I am taking my hot glue, adding this little teeny tiny dot of the glue in a joining point, and I am holding my fingers, gently pressing here. And again, it's too much, like coming off to the side. Again, a little dash of glue, and kind of gently pushing my fingers here, so the petals will kind of stick here. And I do it until I'm happy, until all of them are kind of adhere just the way I want it. And again, dash of glue, and voila, how pretty it is. It's absolutely beautiful. And then you can kind of hold it like in between your thumb and a finger, and then you just pull a little bit, so they all create this nice, you know, flower head. Okay, just like that. Now I'm ready to take off my wire. Okay, and my first flower is done. I can put it upside down to lie a little bit, so they're not gonna be, you know, or you can put them on the side, doesn't matter. And again, I'm taking a little bit of the stamens, a little bit of those one, couple of those one, like kind of twist them in between so they got properly mixed, folding it half just like that, and threading this wire here, and then just fold the wire in half just like that, secure it, and you've got this piece. And again, we're going very quickly here, and just pressing it, like just press, and kind of push a little bit through until you're happy now. And you can go all the way through, like I can show you the difference here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me just, I've got a little stool so I could come up. Now this one, I've got the stamens go all the way down, like I've pushed them, but I think they look a little bit better when they have a little bit height left in there. So here they're right till the end, and here I've got a little bit height, and I do think that this is looking a little bit more natural. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. Add my glue just to this side, a little bit to that side, and then I am twisting so they all got covered in glue, and when I'm happy I can then just gently squish just like that, and you can squish it here with your fingers. And sometimes you don't even need a, you know, forming them, because once you put the second layer here and you put it on the top, they will stay all in nice place. So again, I am kind of trying to put it through this little hole without tearing it, and then once I'm close enough, I can add the glue around just like that and push it like you would open umbrella, like you just push up, and then I'm checking which petals are, like, you know, coming off, and I'm adding a little bit of the glue and I am pressing with my finger, and then I'm moving to next section and then pressing up, so the petal will stay up, but they will be dimensional, because if you put the glue in the center, you'll just glue them. So only the little teeny tiny bit on the end, and again, just lift it with your finger, form it, and that's so easy. They're so quick, these flowers, that I'm just super happy with them. And this is something I did not plan for today's video, so I am happy I kind of thought of this idea, and this is how they look like. They're super cool. Now, I don't know if you want to see the rest of the flowers, but I'll make it. I'll make it and have a little chat. Why not? I'm still gonna be needing them for tomorrow card. I'll maybe film it today, but it will be tomorrow card. So it's gonna be a baby theme card. Let me know what's the most useful occasion. If it comes for fancy cards, one of the kind, I presume wedding and anniversary is probably something everyone are looking for the specialty cards, but I don't know what other occasion. In Poland, definitely the occasion apart from the wedding is christening, Holy Communion, this like confirmation. This is like all religious celebration, but we do something special for this occasion. So the special card is always like, you know, very nicely welcomed. But let me know what occasion. Oh, look on that. This will be great, like a smaller flower bud to go as a complement to the flower, and that's just single layer. But I have all these petals, so I'm just gonna do double layer, or maybe I'll try triple layer. Why not? Let's do experiment and see how it will look like with 3 layers. And if you want them more close as a flower bud, then you can add a teeny tiny bit of the glue and then just stack 1 or 2 petals kind of a closer way, so they'll be acting like a flower bud. Okay, now I'm having this here, so it's gonna be my second layer, and then I'm gonna add the third one, and we will see the comparison. I wish I made the comparison on the same size, but it doesn't matter. You know, you can play with your one as well, so see how you get on with your petals, and you know how is your flowers looks like. Okay, now let me see. Gently pulling here, so I'm not gonna rip it. And then the third last layer here, a little bit on of the glue on the base, and like you would push the umbrella to open, you just press from the bottom, and voila. Oh, I like it. I really like it as well. I just need to add a teeny tiny bit of the glue here so they could stand up a little bit better, and a little bit of the glue here. Okay, now that one, and that one, last part here. And you don't really need a lot, just a teeny tiny bit of the glue. And this one is also interestingly looking, 3 layers. I think I like it. I think I like it. It's more fuller. But you know, it's up to you, whatever you like to do. And then maybe just try the smallest one. For the smallest one, I think I'm gonna grab a little bit less, so let's say 3 and 3 of the stamens, so it's not gonna be as bulky in the center. And then I am folding it half, I'm threading it through this little wire here, and here we go. Now I think I'm gonna post this video a little bit later. I'm trying to post them on the morning, but I'm still disorganized. My son is currently on the holiday. He graduated nursery second time. Why second? Because he graduated one in Scotland, and the kids in Scotland, they start primary 1 when they 5, but in Poland and the kids are going to primary 1 when they 7. It's actually just to let you know, it's slightly different system, but I think that last year, like nursery, like when they 5, and they are due pretty much the same thing as primary 1 in school. It's just, you know, it's different thing, like the kids stay in a children area rather than go to the primary school with the older kids. So that's the difference. And then when they are 6 years old, they kind of go to this class 0, it's so called. It still belongs to the nursery, but they are attending classes in the bigger school in a separate area. They're still separated, but they kind of get used to the large building and, you know, and all of that. And then from the 7 years old, they are joining like primary school. So it's a little bit different here, but you know, he quite enjoyed it. And I think it was great that once we moved back to Poland, he had this little chance to still how to say that, go to the nursery, because that gave him a little bit more time, you know, to get adjusted to the language, to new surroundings and stuff, even though like we always watch him like speaking Polish from the day he was born. So you know, he speaks Polish fluently, even better than English, I would say now. I need to keep on practicing and reminding him like, hey, let's have a little chat. And he says like, oh no, I don't want it, like I don't need it now. But I was like, well, you may not need it now, but there will be one day you would decide to do whatever you like in your life, and I don't want the English or language to be a barrier, because knowing the English is kind of a universal language. And I think, and I know for sure as a fact that you know, if I would record my videos in Polish, maybe a couple of friends would join, like here and there. Sometimes I watch the you know, friends who are speaking totally like different languages, not English, but German or you know, French or Russian, and I not always understand everything, but I like to watch them because they are creating beautiful crafts. But again, having the access to language English is just something which, you know, made possible for me to join, meet friends all over the world, like, you know. And it's so how to say that, oh, I'm starting to feel emotional about that, but this is like absolutely amazing thing for me. When on a morning I'm waking up, I can open up my phone and I see like all friends, like from Australia, from South Africa, from Canada, you know, you're saying my good wishes for me, and you know, say thank you, like, oh, I watch your tutorial, I like it. And this is such a, you know, like it's really melting my heart, really. That, you know, we can all together chit chat, and we all love crafts, and we can do fun things together. And thanks to the English, I could be closer to everyone, and you know, have a little chit chat with you. Now, okay, last flower, I promise. I know it's taking a little bit longer. I should probably finish after first one because they're all the same, really, but that way I will have my flowers ready for our fancy baby card. And let me know in a comment what else, like what occasion, special occasion card we should go next after this one. And if you have any fancy project as well you've seen somewhere but it's not super clear, or the size were in centimeters, you want it in inches or vice versa, let me know as well, because for my fancy cards I'm trying to give both measurements. So even if I see something and the card was previously done by someone else and it was worked out in inches, I'm always trying to cover it up in centimeters and vice versa as well, so all my friends could have a good use on it. Now, okay, I'm just squeezing it just like that, and it doesn't matter, some of the petals turning round or other direction, it doesn't matter. You can always grab a piece of the glue just on the bottom of the petal and then just squish it just like that to help it hold. Plus, in the nature, nothing is really perfect. It is perfect because it's imperfect. So I hope it makes sense for you. And last petal, let me just adhere that one, and I could show you these beautiful florals we created from kitchen towel. Can you believe that? Kitchen towel, super inexpensive, you know, and voila, I've got a beautiful set of flowers. Let me just grab them all to give you a little bit close up look. Oh, how beautiful. Look on that. That will be a great bouquet for adding, like if you made a, you know, like a 6 or 7 the same size and you will create this round bouquet, that will be great filling for the explosion box. I need to try it, like I need to do it for sure for myself. So I'm standing on my little stool so you could see me a little bit closer, and here it is such a beautiful flowers. Just a basic tool, nothing super difficult, and the roll of the kitchen towel. So I hope you enjoy it, and if you did, please don't forget to say hi, to share, click the share button, let your friends know about these technique, maybe they would like to learn as well. And thank you for all the subscription, thank you for joining my YouTube family, my friends, and I'll see you shortly where we're gonna be creating fancy card using those flowers. Stay blessed, my friends, and bye bye.